Welcome to episode 380 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. I'm Ryan Walton, and as always, I'm joined by Dan Reamer.
Good morning again.
What's up?
Nothing.
It's another beautiful day.
It is. That's right. Just remember, life is a gift. That's why every day you live, they call it being present.
Ooh.
See what I did?
Yeah, you got deep right off the bat, just right off the rip. You're just spread. So you're doing the thing you always do. You're spreading joy. You're very inspirational.
It is what I'm known for. It's kind of my calling card.
Right. You were going to go with Inspirational Dan on Twitter, but it was taken.
Right.
Yeah, I get it.
Right. Yeah.
Producer Gerald behind the glass making it happen this morning. And then that's it. We're here. That's everybody.
Say hi, Gerald. No one can hear you, but you can say hi.
He did actually say hi.
He did say hi.
And you actually can hear him, so that all checks out.
Right. See, I'm also extremely honest. I'm not only inspirational, but I'm full of truths as well. I speak only truths.
danfacts.com.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go there. I don't know what that is. Probably porn.
Probably.
With the way the internet works.
Dan, corn tip. That's my corn tip.
Mm-hmm. You can go to onlyfans.com/inspirationaldan.
You can. I don't know what you're going to find.
Support him over
there.
there.
Do that.
Upload daily photos. $9.99 a month.
Actually, danfacts.com is a domain for sale.
Ooh. It's got a squatter.
I can buy it for $2,300, it looks like.
That's expensive.
It seems a lot. I might have missed a decimal point, but I don't think I did.
Even at 200, that's a lot.
I was thinking 20. Maybe I missed it at $22.95 is what I was thinking.
I bet not. I bet someone's like, that Dan Facts will be big one day. I'm gonna squat on it for the last 24 years.
Yep. Something's happening.
He's gonna verify he's on the GoDaddy.
Ah.
That's my favorite site to check a domain.
Well, yeah, it's the easiest one. You literally go there, type it in.
Yeah, you're right. $2,295
plus $17.99 a year. What the fuck?
What about the Facts with Dan? You could for sure get that because it's gonna look like a hot mess of letters altogether. Factswithdan.com. 99 cents. Boom.
There we go. That's much better.
If the world wasn't ending right now, we would scoop that up and just have that send you straight over to our site. So that when people went to it, they'd just be sent to Gamestitch.
Yeah. That'd be a great plan, actually.
It's not terrible. Every time we came up with something funny, we just buy the domain and send it to Gamestitch.
Right.
And what we would be doing is secretly squatting on websites so that one day when somebody needed something,
we have it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I own that's one day may be important? I own foreverplaystation.com. So.
Oh, do you?
I do.
What'd you pay for that?
The first year was not expensive, and then it's like whatever, $15 a year.
Right.
Yeah. I own all kinds of stuff. I have like 7 domains. Because sometimes I have an idea to do something and I buy the domain for it.
Yeah. I mean, you might be able to sell that to somebody at some point too.
Hopefully PlayStation.
Right. I understand where you're going with it. I do.
Yeah. Hopefully them, so I can be like, I'm not squatting on it. I was going to use it for this thing, but didn't. But every free first-party game for life, and you can have it.
ForeverPlaystation.com. Does it tell you who took it?
Yeah, you can find it.
There's a way to find it? Like who to get in touch with in order to buy that back or whatever? Buy that from them, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I also own 30secondscene.com.
30secondscene.com.
That's another failed idea that I had. And
is it failed, or is there a difference between failed and not implemented?
Yeah. And then I also own luckybouncegames.com.
Mm-hmm.
For when we were working on a game.
Yeah.
Just sharing all these ideas. I don't think people knew about any of this stuff.
For 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It was a little longer than that, but we actually got a little farther than most people would anticipate us getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember Lucky Bounce games.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's a couple more. I think I even own stuff I don't even realize that I had.
Yeah, Lucky Bounce actually was a failed.
Yeah, we started that. So 30-second scene was a hell of an idea that never happened.
Yeah. It could still.
Yeah, I still think it's a great idea. And then
but
Forever PlayStation was a podcast I was going to do about PlayStation only.
Oh.
It never.
How long ago did you buy that? Must have been years and years, huh?
Been a while ago.
8 years ago or so?
Probably not that long, but probably more than. Probably more than 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It was. We were already doing this. It was going to be a secondary. Under this umbrella, but exclusively about PlayStation.
That seems a little redundant almost. Don't you think?
Here's the Forever PlayStation though, also FPS. So there was a fun tie-in there.
Yep. I see what you did. Yeah.
Yep. Got a logo for that show and everything.
Yeah, I see what you did. You don't think it'd be a little redundant though? Or would you just not cover?
Just only cover PlayStation.
Yeah, but would you not cover Sony on this one?
No, you would. You would just go really in depth there. So here we might spend 10 minutes on a story. Okay. There you could spend 30 minutes on something.
Okay.
Like you could deep dive something over there. Is what I was thinking.
So you could like pick one thing and dig into it.
Yeah.
Or two things and dig into them.
Yep. That's what the thought was. But just file it under domains that are for sale if you guys are interested. You know, they're just sitting there.
Just hanging out, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if I could get into go. There's more, I think. I don't think that's all that I own. But I also definitely don't know my login to verify some of these other nuggets.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I was already logged in, but it doesn't look like it. Nah. The auto renewal thing pops up all the time. It's like, hey, you're about to own this again. Are you cool with that?
You just keep hitting yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see what I renewed here. There's Lucky Bounce Games.
Lucky Bounce.
That's the same one. There's a Gamestitch.com.
Who's that?
It's a good one to keep going. Forever PlayStation.
These are all the ones you've already talked about. Do you have anything that you haven't talked about?
30-second scene. Well, it doesn't show them. I'm having to scroll through emails. It looks like they cost me $17 a year.
Yeah.
After the first year. Or first 2 years. So I've had all those for more than 2 years.
So there you go. If you want your domains, just go get them.
Yeah. Or if you want any of those.
We'll sell them to you.
At Podcast Ryan. We'll sell you Gamestitch. We could just rebrand if you really wanted that. We could just be something else. DanFacts.com is available. Well, we could just be that.
That's Dan's Facts.
Oh, yeah, Dan's Facts. Or
that doesn't read well.
Facts.
That doesn't read well.
You got to think about what it looks like all smashed together.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got to think about if you're trying to tell that. If you're trying to like say that to someone, like I went to, dancefacts.com. It doesn't come out well. It doesn't flow. Doesn't roll off the tongue real easy. Facts with Dan, a little easier. Dan Facts would be perfect, but I'm not paying $3,000 for it.
I mean, set up a GoFundMe.
So I can buy Dan Facts, yeah. Good. Probably won't, but I could.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to use your GoFundMe up for that in case you ever need one, but you could.
Right. Generally they're used for, I say generally, in my mind, they should generally be used for actual things that like are of a necessity of some sort.
Well, I think that's the only time you ever hear about them. Like you see a story like, oh, a GoFundMe set up for this person, their house burned down or something like that.
Yeah, well, then you also see them where people started GoFundMe to, like, get a car. I've seen those. You
usually don't see one that's like, hey.
Yeah, I need this domain name for $3,000.
I'm going to, like, redirect it to the website that I already have, but I think it would be a little funny. So, looking to raise $3,000.
Right.
Thanks, guys. XOXO. Check out my OnlyFans. Yeah, you don't usually see that.
Yeah.
Now, my computer's acting a little crazy right now.
Only Dan is also $2,300.
Only Dan definitely sounds like a porn site.
Mm-hmm. Because it's real similar to OnlyFans.
See how much dantheman.com is.
Ooh, dantheman.com. That sounds like a porn site, too. To be honest with you.
That's just because it's on the internet. Everything on the internet is porn. Don't believe me? Just try searching for something.
Yeah.
Hit
true.
images and see if you don't see boobs.
It's taken. It's not even for sale.
Yeah, somebody's using that already. It's already porn.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite thing about Gerald on the internet is he has got no fear, man. He'll go anywhere.
He will.
Just dantheman.com, boom. It looks like it's some dude in his love for his 82 Camry.
Is it a Camry or a Corolla?
I can't tell.
I can't really tell.
It's a man and his love for a Corolla. There's like a bunch of links on the side.
And Dan is in red. That's a horrible font, by the way. You know what? Go to dantheman.com and check it out yourself.
That's clearly like a free site. dantheman.com he probably bought that 44 years ago and just has forgotten about it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
It's just auto renewing, just like all those things I told you about.
And he's got that aliens guy from
the meme.
Yeah.
You don't know about this site. It's got a bunch of sketchy links on the side.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, don't go there probably.
I mean, you can.
You can. I'll tell you that there's not a lot of video game news going on right now.
Oof, no kidding. I've been looking too. I've been looking trying to help you, and
there's nothing there.
Gotten me nowhere. Yeah.
It's all onlydan.com is for sale.
Yes, but it's $3,300 as well.
Oh yeah, 22. That thing's on sale.
Well, I'm rounding up
flash
from
sale.
$22.95 to $23 because the $5 isn't much of a savings as far as I'm concerned.
Now you've got to up your GoFundMe so you can buy both of them. Need $5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Making a kick-ass pasta salad next week, looking to raise $100.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can.
You can do that kind of thing. I think.
Oh, yeah. So how was your week?
It was fun. I'll tell you, they all seem the same now.
They do seem very similar. I actually had a pretty. I say busy, but it's not. It's a busy week that's like didn't actually get anything accomplished, which are the best kinds of busy as far as I'm concerned.
I just do like a project a day and work, and that's it.
Yeah, we've been doing some painting. We're doing some stuff on the upstairs hallway, so I've been doing some of that. What else? See, I pre-ordered a movie from Vinegar Syndrome. Good site, check it out. A lot of old cult classics. They're only making a limited amount of copies of the movie Rad. And if you've never seen Rad, you need to see Rad because it's rad.
I've never heard of Rad. I've never heard of Vinegar Syndrome.
Well, Vinegar Syndrome is like they do reprints of like buy rights and create stuff. But in the mid '80s, was really the pinnacle of the BMX phenomenon.
Mm-hmm. I see that there.
The tricks and such. And Rad was a movie that kind of like took advantage of that. But it's a really good movie. And it hasn't been available. It's not available to stream anywhere. It hasn't been available for purchase like ever since it was released. You could get it on VHS then. But so they finally, Vinegar Syndrome apparently bought the rights and such and decided to, and they are now releasing they printed a limited number of 4K Blu-ray discs, and I scooped one of those up. So that'll be coming. That ships the middle of May sometime when they release it.
It's sort of like limited run, but they own the rights.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, pretty excited about that. And Becky's in it from...
Yeah. This movie looks so hard like the 80s.
Oh, it is. It is.
Like everything about it just screams 80s.
Yep. And it is great.
He had that Mongoose shirt on. Did you see that?
Yeah, because that's They were the big one. Mongoose was the big one in the mid-'80s, man.
Shit, I had a mongoose when I was growing up. I wonder if kids still ride the mongooses.
Did you have one of the good... Like, now you can buy mongoose in, like, Walmart.
I had did not have a mongoose BMX bike. I had a mongoose, like, trail bike.
Right, and back then, mongoose was... In the mid-'80s, mongoose was BMX. That was it. And you had to buy them at specialty bike shops. You could not purchase them, like, at Walmart. It wasn't like a Huffy.
Yeah. No, I mean, I would have got mine in the 90s, so I probably got it at like a Toys R Us or something.
Right. Yeah, there wasn't any of that in the 80s. You could only get them at specialty bike shops. And I had one real close. There was actually one real close, even though I lived out in the country. There was a bike shop in the next small town over. So that's where I got mine. And it had pegs, and it was a neon green color. It was fucking sweet, man. It was rad, so to speak.
My mongoose was one of those first ones that didn't have, like, it had the shock that, like, was underneath the seat.
Oh, yeah.
So for the nice ride.
Yeah.
I had one Christmas. I don't think I've ever told this story on here. It's really traumatic for me.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
You're telling sad stories, huh?
I wanted one of those bikes that looked like a motorcycle. It had the plastic fairings and stuff on there.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
It's just like a shitty bike, but it had plastic all over it. So they were expensive compared to other bikes that were way better probably. And so my dad had got me one for Christmas, right? I opened all my Christmas gifts. They were all fine. I was excited about them. And then I went to the kitchen to throw away all the paper, and he had set the bike in the kitchen, didn't even see it. So it was like a surprise. Dude, I had that bike for like 2 weeks before somebody stole it.
By the way, stop right there, Gerald. Nope, scroll back down. Don't mean to interrupt, but that was my bike right there.
You ruined my story with the picture of 6,000 bikes that he'll never be able to find the one you're talking about.
The green one with the white wheels.
Anyways, someone stole my bike and my dreams.
Someone stole your bike?
A week after I got it.
Oh, man, that's an offense.
That bike
right
was
there.
Killer, too.
Real similar to that, yeah.
Yeah, my bike was killer, and I never got to enjoy it. Never found it either. Cops didn't even try to recover. They were like,
didn't care.
Well, when bikes get stolen, it's hard to prove it's yours. I'm like, it looked like a fucking motorcycle. Like, this might be the one time you could find it. And nothing ever.
No.
Yeah, it didn't look cool like those.
It weren't quite that cool as some of the ones that producer Gerald has pulled up.
Well, yeah, you'd have to do like a 90s bicycle.
Oh, yeah.
That looks like a motorcycle. It might have looked like that, similar to that white, red, and blue one, but it was all white.
Well,
I haven't thought about it in a long time, and it probably looks cooler in my head than it did in real life. It had lines like the Cybertruck, the Tesla Cybertruck.
Oh, nice.
Real blocky, but it looked like a dirt bike motorcycle type deal, and it was a bicycle. It just had plastic mounted to it. But I'd been riding it nonstop since I got it, and I parked, went in for lunch, came out, bike gone.
Wow.
Yeah, some cocky shit.
Yeah. Should have hunted that kid down, man.
I would have. I would have went to kid prison if I'd have found out who had
That's
taken
fine. Worth it.
Yeah.
Some fights are worth. You got to pick your hills, man.
Yeah.
You got to pick your hills.
I wonder.
So yeah,
how life would have changed.
It might have. You'd be harder. You'd be hard.
Mm-hmm. I stay hard.
It's good to know.
Make it more weird.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
So yeah, pre-ordered Rad. I cannot wait for it to come in because you better believe I'm watching the shit out of it as soon as I hear it. I might take a day off to watch it twice. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. But some new shows. The new episode of The Clone Wars came out, and it features probably, if you're a Star Wars fan and you haven't seen it, check it out because it features, in my opinion, and from what I've seen on the internet, a few other people's opinions, the best lightsaber duel in the whole Star Wars universe. And it is fucking amazing. So check that out. Bosch Season 6 came out on Friday. Mm-hmm. So I've watched the first 2 episodes of that. What else? I feel like I did something else. Oh, my wife is watching that I get stuck watching sometimes. Fucking One Calls of the Heart still, but she's kind of off that now. I guess she got mad when Mountie Jack died, I guess. There's a thing that happened. And so now she's watching something about therapists or relationship experts who set people up and then they get married and live something. I don't know. It's not good. It's horrible. Apparently everybody loves it. So there's that.
So I found a picture I'm listening to those shitty shows that I know all too well. You see this?
Oh yeah, is that your bike?
It was similar to that, but it actually had a front fairing on it, not just the not just the fender.
Okay,
but it was white on white with the black seat.
Nice.
Rest in peace, motorcycle. But
yeah, you should have hunted that kid down.
I hope whoever I took it had a shitty life.
That's right. I hope your life sucked. Me too. Me too. You don't do that to my friends.
Yeah, I hope your life was real shitty. I don't want you dead or anything, but I hope you haven't been able to catch a break since you stole that thing.
As a matter of fact, I hope that you rode that bike one time so hard, just the first time you broke that bike so bad and like broke bones and had to get stitches. I hope it hurt.
Here's what I just thought. I hope that you took it and you're real proud of yourself and you went home and you parked it and you came out and it was gone. So you could feel what I felt.
Yeah, that'd have been awesome.
Yeah, someone stole it from you and you're like, fuck. Wow. Can't even call anybody and tell them.
Right.
My stolen bike got stolen. Yeah, and I grew up in a small town. Like you would have known the bike if you saw it. So I think they probably would have had to like get it and take the plastic off of it. Which then it's just a shitty bike.
Now it's not a cool bike anymore, though.
Yeah,
it's not worth stealing. That's for sure.
Yep, I used to run over the aluminum can in it so it would wedge on the back. So not only did it look like a motorcycle, but it sounded like one.
Oh.
You know that trick?
Yes, I know that trick.
Yeah. Just tear those tires up.
Yep.
Sounded good, though.
Yeah.
Looked good, sounded
puncture
good.
The tube with the aluminum can, yeah.
It wasn't the goal, but it happened.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's been my week. I did play some Borderlands 3. A lot of Borderlands 3 this week. They released some new content. I told you last week that I started to get back into it a little bit. And this week I was all into it. So they released kind of a new raid, I guess, but you're able to solo it. I soloed it. They did some things with the mayhem levels. If you're familiar with Borderlands, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not familiar with Borderlands, it's probably not worth it for me to explain it to you because you won't understand. So, but if you are a Borderlands fan, I definitely suggest you check it out. Because some good stuff going on. Really doing some stuff for some loot. So, I'm just going through kind of grinding now. But the good thing is they set it up so that part of the grind that you're having to do is actually within any missions you need to do. Mm-hmm. So, it's not just like a blind grind. You can actually get other things done as well. So, that's kind of nice. But yeah, a lot of Borderlands 3 this week. And yeah, that's about it.
I think I'm just playing all the usual suspects. So Farm Together's got an event going, finishing that up today. Rocket League, we played a little more of that, played a bunch of Wreckfest, and then of course all my time is pretty much gone to Animal Crossing. 135 hours now.
Whoa.
Yep, just grinding out. I mean, I still pick up my Switch every day and play that game with joy after 135 hours. Yeah, I'm still a huge fan, and it couldn't have hit at a better time for me because I am spending so much time at home.
Right.
It really couldn't have come at a better time because I normally just wouldn't have this much time. I would still play it, but I wouldn't have this kind of time.
Right, you wouldn't have 135 hours worth of time to play it.
No, I'd probably be like, I see my friends who are still having to go to like normal work are at like 65, 70 hours.
Right.
So I think that's kind of where I would be.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna
I'm
need
actually
you to, yeah, you talk about this because I dropped my iPad.
Okay, I started watching I just stumbled across, I was watching YouTube and I stumbled across some Animal Crossing videos. And I started just watching through some different things. And I'm starting to get a little bit more on the fence about it. I'm thinking about I do want something to get me back into the Switch. And the end game of Animal Crossing looks fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like some shit I really want to do. My only concern is getting there. So I need to do a little bit more research and see if I think that it's, worth it to me. If I'll be able to grind through the stuff that I think is going to be a little bit more boring for me until I can find something to get far enough in to grab me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me tell you something I was sure of. I was sure I wasn't going to get on here and you were going to tell me you were on the fence about Animal Crossing. I was sure that wasn't going to happen today.
Well, it's been a weird week as far as YouTube goes because I was also looking. I wanted to kind of. I made homemade pizza this week, so I wanted to spice up the dough a little bit. I didn't just want regular pizza dough. I was looking for some different tricks to do, to kind of spice up your pizza dough. Well, I ran across this thing about dumplings. This video about dumplings. Now, I'm not a dumpling guy.
Okay.
I don't personally like dumplings. But after watching this video and all the different designs you can make out with when you make dumplings, I kind of want to make dumplings.
Just for the design?
Just to create those designs. And they all have names.
I'll tell you, similar to the dumpling thing is I made homemade pasta one time.
Mm-hmm.
Because making pasta is not really about it's like a whole thing. It's like a religion.
Right.
Like homemade pasta is a whole deal. And I made it, and I've probably never been more proud of anything that I have done in the kitchen. Tastes like shit though. Like the art of it, it looked right, it felt right, the consistency was right, and then I tried it and I'm like, this isn't even good pasta. But I could see how people could get into the dumpling art because pasta was that way for me for a little while.
Yeah, because there are so many different designs you can make.
Mm-hmm.
They have like lotus flower and rosebud and cross thatch and seriously. And I'm like, oh my God, it looks so easy. I'm sure it's not easy.
It's not. It's for sure not. As somebody who failed hard at pasta, there's no way dumplings is easy. The design might be fairly easy, but making a good
dumpling dough.
Yeah, that's what I would think is hard.
So I spent an inordinate amount of time this week watching
dumpling videos
about dumplings. Which is not something I even generally eat.
Yeah, you fucked up your algorithm, too. Because now you're going to get on YouTube and it's like, you want to see dumpling videos? You're like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if I'm still in that phase or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the weirdest part about this week is probably that I got into dumpling videos and I'm considering Animal Crossing.
Yeah, so I'll address both. So first things first, you were talking about the grind. So I've got like 6 friends on my friends list that are playing Animal Crossing right now.
Mm-hmm.
No one has less than 40 hours in, just to give you an idea of probably where you'll need to be.
Okay.
I think you'll have to hit probably 75 hours to get to the thing that you want to do.
Okay.
So time-wise,
which is starting to build and create the island, and
you can't terraform until you hit 3 stars, and I think realistically that's probably going to be 65, 75 hours.
Okay.
You could start doing some of the things that you're talking about, but if you want to actually like shape the island and make it look like you want to look in order to, in order to lay out the way you want, you probably can't just go with your base island the way it gives it to you. I had to clean my island up a little bit.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. I'm concerned. That's the part I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
Is getting to what I want to do. But man, there's some amazing islands out there, and I'm like, holy shit, look at this stuff.
Yeah, I've seen some super cool ones.
This would be so fun to do.
Yeah, I've seen some super cool ones. So,
but I don't want to sit there and fish for 2 hours in order to do it either.
yeah, and you need to fish for 2 hours a day for a month.
Right.
Because you need money to be able to get those things. So I don't know. It's interesting. Now to the dumpling thing, I got down the rabbit hole of pasta because I got the pasta, like the cheater thing. I got it from Gimme a Five, the $5 store to resell. But there's that part of you, because you have the same part. You're sitting there staring at it, and you're like, I could resell that for $100, or I could make fucking pasta.
Or I get right, yep.
And then you watch one pasta video. Next thing you know, your whole feed's all pasta videos, and you're in there covered in flour making pasta. The thing is half the value now because I made pasta with it once.
Yep.
But damn.
So you could, yeah, but no, you know what? I know what you mean because Give Me a Five. You paid $5 for it.
Yeah.
For $5. Even if I fail at it, why should I not try it?
The opportunity to make pasta, like
does
the
not
right way,
come every day.
Yeah,
and I can do it for $5. Why don't I try it?
Yeah, when
I get exactly where you're at.
When I sheeted it out and made the flat sheet, I made fettuccine. When I sheeted it out and it was the flat piece, and I fed it back through and it cut it into like what looks like a noodle. Mm-hmm. I was like, "Holy shit! I just did it!" Like I just made pasta.
Exactly. Right.
And then you cut the ends off so it looks nice and they're all relatively straight, and then you hang it over something for it to dry. And then it did it. Everything was right. Everything was perfect. I was like, I have created pasta. And then we made something. I ate it, and I was like, this isn't good at all.
Well, did you then look into ways to make it, like why it may not have tasted good?
Yeah, I used the wrong flour.
Oh.
Yeah, so that seems to be the key.
Is the right flour.
The right flour, yeah. You can't just use any flour.
Why don't you just try it again?
Well, because that was like 4 years ago, and I haven't even seen the pasta maker since then.
Oh.
It's still around, but I'd have to find it. But, of course, if I'm going to be working from home for, the foreseeable future, who knows? Maybe I'll start up a pasta business.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, pastapizza.com. Check it out. Send you to Gamestitch.
There you go.
Yep.
And Facts with Dan will send you to whatever your pizza thing is, which will then send you to Gamestitch. So see if you got this figured out. Pasta Pete's?
Pasta Pete's.
Pasta Pete's?
Yeah. What is this? What is this pulled up here?
That's Pasta Pizza.
No, I said Pete, like Peter, but short.
I don't know why would you call it that? You're not Pete.
I have a brother named Pete. It's fine. We don't talk, but I could use his name for a pasta company.
Yeah. Okay. You don't either, by the way.
I do. That's all true. Everything I just said is true. I have a half brother named Pete.
Half brother, yes.
And we don't talk. And I could start a pasta brand.
And you could use his name, apparently, right?
I could. You could be anybody you want to be. You don't have to be Pete.
Pasta Ryan.
Pete sounds good. Pasta Ryan sounds terrible.
Yeah, Pasta Pete does kind of... It rolls pretty well. You're right.
Yeah. What about like Pasta Perry?
Pasta Perry?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't work. See, there's a Perry's Pizza here.
Yeah. I used to play that Power Up Pete game too, so there's a lot of tie-ins for Pete. There's 2 tie-ins for Pete. So I think it's fine. I'll start
I played some more Gwent this week too. Sorry, I left
bespoke
that out.
Pasta store. I'll sell on Etsy. And
what do we got here? What's that got to do with pasta? GTA versus what?
It's GTA 5 arcade game.
Oh.
Yeah, because you can own an arcade now. I got it free through Twitch.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I don't even have that installed anymore. I got to get it. Not on the news, but I will tell everybody Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming to Game Pass, but Grand Theft Auto is leaving Game Pass. So if you're playing Grand Theft Auto on Game Pass on Xbox, you need to play it all you want because it's about to go away.
Because it's about to be gone.
That's a fucking bonus story right there you just got.
So we do that sometimes.
That's one of the many stories that I thought didn't warrant a slot on the news section.
And yet you gave it one.
Well, shit happens. I made pasta once too.
Fair enough.
Do you think by next week you will have made dumplings? Are you still that into it?
No, I'm not. I won't have. No, I don't think. But I am interested. See, I have a real problem with baking.
Like you have an issue like with it, or you're not good at it?
Well, both, but I don't know which one is a result of which.
Okay, I get it. Because you're like baking stupid, but it may just be because you're bad at it.
Right.
Right. I get it.
It might be. But and it's also, I don't like it. I don't like how precise you have to be for baking. Like if it says, 2 tablespoons of something, it needs to be exactly 2 tablespoons. It can't be a little bit more. It can't be a little bit less. It's going to fuck up your whole project.
Speaking of ideas that we didn't do, cookingwithdan.com is taken.
That was another one we worked on. That's a failed idea because we did get started on that one. There's
you made a pilot. Fun fact, I probably still have that pilot. I probably have everything that we've ever tried and failed on.
Well, I guess maybe we might release that if you guys are clamoring for it, but you have to let us know.
My favorite thing is that you could tell when I get stuck on an idea because I have a show called the 2-Minute Show that we did. And I also own 30-Second Scene. You could tell that I'm into short stuff. Like I really want to do a short podcast. Like I'm real stuck on that idea.
Yeah,
Those are 2 way different ideas, though. I think the micro podcast.
The 2-minute one was first.
Yeah. 30-Second Scene is not that old. That's probably from like a year ago.
Yeah.
Or 2 years ago. But like Quibi, I think people probably know Quibi now are like TV shows that are less than 10 minutes. I've had the same idea for podcast.
Yes, you have.
I want to be the Quibi of podcast. Little short micro episodes come out every day. I think it's a great idea. Let us know. We don't have an idea for it because we keep trying. It doesn't actually work. But let us know.
But I guess if it's something you really want, we might work a little harder at it.
Yeah. See, there's people that do like here's a 10-minute one, but like I'm talking every show is like micro like that.
Yes.
Yeah. I still think some of these are great ideas. I still think some of these are not. That's how it works, though. You got to grab them all, and then you got to figure out what's good.
That's how it happens. That is how it happens.
Yep. You got to.
You're like, ooh, idea, and then you're like, you get into the idea, and you're like, no, wait.
Here's the key. You take this idea, right? You nurture it. You spin it around your head, and then you share it with somebody else. Mm-hmm. And when they go, I don't think I get it, you're like, yep, it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. That's how you sort them out. You share it with someone you trust, and when they tell you, like, I don't think I get it, then, and now here's when you know that you've lost already, is when you're like, then you just don't get it, but it's a great idea. You've already fucked up.
Yeah, you haven't won. Yes, yes, exactly.
And I go there too. Now, some of these projects, I think that we have gone on hiatus with because it just wasn't up to our standards. Because, like, the 2-minute show was a full-fledged idea. We recorded a couple episodes of it. It just wasn't good enough.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
And the crazy thing is, everybody was at least moderately on board for that thing.
Yes.
And it just didn't come out good.
It didn't come out good no, it didn't. And we probably could have gotten in a little further and fine-tuned some things and tweaked some things, but we didn't. For whatever reason, we didn't.
Because in my head it was going to be fantastic the way it was, and it wasn't.
Right.
So I was like, fuck this project. It won't be tweaked because the idea was perfect.
And some ideas you find out you just can't do.
Yeah.
For example, the game creation. Mm-hmm. The further we got into that, which wasn't very far at all, we were kind of like, ooh, there's a lot more going on here than anticipated. I do not have the skills for this.
Yeah, also own making8bit.com. I don't know if Matt owns that or I own that, but we bought that at one point too because we were going to make an 8-bit game. And we had a corresponding podcast with that, which I also have an episode of.
Mm-hmm. I've listened to it.
Most of my ideas revolve around me just starting another podcast, and they don't work out.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
I don't know. I think it's important to keep those ideas flowing. But then, like, 30-Second Scene is an idea that I've talked about a lot, and I know I've shared it with you. I just, to me, that thing has to be so good that we're just not at a point where we can make that right now.
Right.
So that's an idea that really never got
Generation Cult was another one.
Yep. Had a logo for that.
Had a logo for that. Had
recorded episode.
Recorded episode.
Yep.
Practice, but another pilot in the tank, and for whatever reason, we didn't get there.
If our job was to sell pilots to companies, we'd be fucking broke. Because we can create them, but they don't go anywhere. So it's a good thing that we have normal jobs. Sounds to me, though, like if you...
Actually, Cooking with Dan could have been something, but, man, it would have been expensive for me.
I was excited about that one. We were going to invest a little Gamestitch money in that idea. Mm-hmm. Because I was like, we can do this. I was going to buy, like, real good editing software.
We might still could. I mean, it's still something we could look into. You might have to send that video to me and let me check it out again, because I don't know if I have it anymore.
Oh, yeah, look, the Lego is Minecraft stuff we were doing with Gerald. We talked about that.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you where we missed the mark on that, because now it's super popular, but people just put Legos together and just have a conversation now.
Right.
That's like a super popular thing that happens on YouTube and Twitch and everything. A couple people get together, they open a set, and they just build it while they talk about everything, and it's basically just a podcast that happens over Lego building. And we could have been one of the first to that idea, but we missed the mark.
We did.
We tried to shoehorn it into video games. Look, Gerald's on board for that idea too. See, that's what we do. We take ideas and we shape them.
You spitball. That's what you.
Yeah. There's been a plethora of good ideas.
Mm-hmm. I think this is for a little insider knowledge here. I think where we may have made some mistakes in the past with some of our ideas is that, and I think producer Gerald, you guys can't hear him, but I think he just hinted at it, is we used to try to shoehorn things into video games somehow to stay kind of on brand.
Yeah.
Or was it you that said it?
I just said that. You're having a stroke.
Somebody said it.
You tried to shoehorn that comment in again. But, yeah, that is the problem. We try to make it fit what we do here when really ideas should just exist on their own. And if you don't like the combination of things, then...
and you can affiliate. I mean, you can affiliate, but it didn't have to shoehorn into video games to what we do here. So that's kind of where we missed the mark on that. Now, not all the ideas were like that. Obviously, Generation Cult wasn't. Cooking with Dan is not.
Yeah, but I think the idea there is the tie-in's fun because they get to see you outside of the show.
Oh, right.
You bought a headset for the situation so you could look like a rock star, a pop star on stage.
I did. I had my Backstreet's Back headset.
Yeah, you set up a test. I mean, we worked on angles. We talked about different things like that. It was, it may be more doable now. The price of GoPros have really come down.
They have, yes.
But who knows? But that's what happens is we have these ideas and we're full steam ahead, and then we get into the process of it, and we're like, "Ooh, that's more complicated than I thought."
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, because we were just gonna make a video game.
Yeah, because you do that,
Yep.
That's how that works. You just
Three
make a video
guys
game.
that had never made a video game were like, "We'll just make one." How hard could it be?
Turns out very.
Yeah. If there's anything out there, if there's like a craft and you ever wonder to yourself how hard could it be, pretty fucking hard.
It is. Yes. Yeah. It's hard. How hard can it be? Harder than you can imagine.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
By all accounts, we're people who can get stuff done. We've been doing this show for like 7 years right here.
Right.
Like when you're talking podcast years, like this is probably one of the oldest video game podcasts out there that still exist.
Yeah, probably.
And
at least one of the independent ones.
Yeah. And, we started this with no knowledge. Same thing. I remember calling you guys and being like, how hard could it be? I fucking listen to them all the time.
Yeah.
And you guys were like, oh, yeah, we could do it then. No problem.
And we did.
Yeah, we actually did. It was one of the few ideas where it actually wasn't that bad to get going.
But here's the thing. It was our first idea.
Yeah.
And it took us a fair amount of time to perfect it.
Yeah, I don't even know if we're good at it now.
Well, that's true. We could suck at it. But
here's what I'll say, though. We're very efficient.
We
crank these
efficient.
bitches out. You guys don't, it doesn't affect you, but we record on Sunday morning, and you have this thing Monday morning at 6 a.m.
Yep.
Like, our turnaround is tight. Like,
Yeah,
Gerald's got one of his failed ideas up, staff meeting. That was a podcast he was doing. You did you were doing a wrestling podcast too, right, Gerald?
At one point? I believe so.
What was it? Did you have a name for it? Do you not want to share it? He's laughing.
But I don't think he wants to share it.
Yeah, I get
Chuckles.
it. If it's still good, you want to hold on to it, I get it. Or if it was just really bad, you don't want to talk about it, I get that too. Yeah, he's gonna hold on to it. He's gonna play this one close to the close to the vest. Is that what the expression is?
Well, judging by his face, I think he's gonna just hold on to it.
Yeah.
Because it's really bad.
It could be really good. Maybe he's holding on to it because it's so good he doesn't want anybody else to scoop it up.
I don't know. That's not what his face told me. His poker face wasn't very good on that.
Yeah. Yeah. We're a team of dudes who've tried a lot, but not really. We haven't caught lightning in a bottle a second time.
I don't know that we caught it a first time, but
I don't know that you can catch it in a bottle, to be honest with you. Okay, let's jump into the news. We've talked long enough.
You want to housekeep us real quick?
Yeah, if you have money right now, if you're one of the few people lucky enough to be essential, head over to patreon.com/GameStitch and support us over there. If you're broke, don't give us your money. Do something like pay rent with it.
Yeah.
But if you have the extra right now, until Dan gets his OnlyFans going, that's another way to support us. So, it's out there. Maybe do a cooking show with just naked. You can merge two ideas.
Oh, no. You never cook naked.
Cooking nude with Dan.
No.
Here's how we get it online, though, without having to get censors. Use one of those pot holders. Those ones that hold the handle on the skillet.
Yeah.
You slide it right over the dick.
I know what a pot holder is.
You slide it right over the dick. One of those little skinny ones.
Oh.
Not that your dick's skinny, but not the big pot holders. I want people to know what I'm talking about.
What about the nips? You can't have the nips on some sites.
Oh, yeah. You'll have to put recipe cards over the nips.
Yeah, okay.
That's another idea in the bank. What's that? Didn't Jamie Oliver have the Naked Chef? Or
yeah, but I don't think it was really...
No, he wasn't naked. No.
I don't think... Yeah.
CookingNewWithDan.com is available for 99 cents.
It is.
It's really long, too.
That's not going to be a thing anyway, folks. So
yeah, we tried. Maybe get on GoFundMe if you guys like that idea.
There's going to be a lot of mixed messages if I'm making delicious food and you're having to look at my naked body.
Yeah. Well, maybe not. Maybe that's exactly what people want.
No, I don't think it is. Not this body.
You just cook sausage every time, every episode. Just naked making sausage.
Yeah.
You call it sausage on sausage.
Well, because it's not sanitary to do that. I mean, I'm a hairy guy, and
you're not serving it to the masses.
I know, but you don't want to see people to see that. I mean, if you get a close up and like Ultra HD of what you're doing, and there's a hair in there that fell out of your chest or whatever,
or wherever, right?
Yeah, people, man, not into that, man. They don't. It's not appetizing. So, no cooking nude. Don't cook nude.
It is funny that you'll see an Instagram post of some really pretty girl that's in the kitchen with just an apron on.
Yeah.
But if that was a dude, you'd be like, hey, you should be dressed in the kitchen.
Right. Females should probably be dressed in the kitchen too, honestly.
Yeah, but you
burn yourself.
But you could post a picture like that and get away with it.
Yeah,
but if I posted a picture of me just in an apron in the kitchen, you'd be like, that's not a good look.
Oh, and for good Lord, men or women, stop cooking bacon naked in just your apron.
The splatters?
You're going to the hospital.
You're going to get a grease burn. Maybe that's what they're into. People like
safety first.
People like the pain.
Life is a gift. That's why they call it the present.
Yeah, it was more believable the first time. Let's jump into the news. I put this first story on here for Dan, apparently. Animal Crossing.
Yeah, apparently you did.
Yeah. So every month you have fish coming, you have bugs coming, you have fish going, you have bugs going. Much like the PlayStation Plus lineups, I've decided to include what is coming and going. Actually, just what's going as April closes out. So in the northern hemisphere, we'll be losing blue marlins, dabs, and tunas. You can catch all of those all day long. Keep in mind, you can only catch the blue marlin and the tuna from a dock. So if that's not, or from a pier. So if you haven't caught those yet, and tarantulas will also be disappearing, and those are gone all the way till November. So you want to get on that if at all possible. You can only catch tarantulas from 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. Let's make sure you get those into the museum in time.
So what's the deal with these animals?
Okay, so here's one of the basic hooks of Animal Crossing. Mm-hmm. There are bugs and there are fish out there in the world, and you have a museum on your island. You want to donate one of every species to the museum.
Okay.
It's one of the how much have you played Animal Crossing markers that exist.
Okay.
So if I was to come to your island, I could walk around your museum. I could see when you caught these things. I could see them in your museum. And the museum is more like an aquarium and like a zoo type setting where the fish aren't like mounted on a wall. They're like swimming in tanks.
Mm-hmm.
And the museum is beautiful. It's probably the coolest thing in Animal Crossing. So people want to make sure they catch all the fish or bugs before they disappear so that they have it in their museum. Now
okay.
the goal
can you buy them or
no, you must catch them. I can't even give them to you. You have to catch them yourself.
So can you sell them?
Yes. So you don't ever have to donate, but after the first one you donate, you sell the rest. They only need one of each one.
Okay.
But some people don't donate. They only sell, and then other people only catch to donate. So, I mean, if they catch the wrong thing, they'll sell it, but they're only out there to donate. They don't really care about getting money from it.
Okay.
So
got it.
The museum's a big part of Animal Crossing, though, and the bugs and fish are really important. So we've already had one change as it went from March to April. We lost some stuff and gained some stuff, and now we're losing and gaining some stuff from April going into May. So it's just about the museum.
Got it.
There's fossils, there's bugs, there's fish, and recently art. So all those things will go in a museum.
Okay.
So, yep. So that's the first piece of news. Get out there, get on that if you're interested. This second story is just a feel-good story. Just a feel-good story for both of us. No Man's Sky getting even more ambitious in 2020.
Doing some news and going to keep adding stuff.
Now, I think we would both agree. You're getting a good shot at what the museum looks like there. I think we would both agree that Hello Games made No Man's Sky right.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Right. They came back. Everybody knows what happened at launch, but they fulfilled their obligation to that game and to that crowd base.
But they're not done.
No, they're not going. They're not done at all. So we talked about the living ships. We talked about the exo mechs that you can get now. They have a full audio creation suite in the Space Explorer. On the Space Explorer you can do. I think we talked about that briefly. But now they say, hey, we're still going. We're still rolling up. First players are going to be able to obtain a new version of the standard exosuit backpack with a new visual update that harkens back to some of the earliest weeks in No Man's Sky. Additionally, the blistering mushroom, watchful protrusion, and tentacle spire toxic plants are now purchasable. Let me see, I don't even know what any of those things mean. At the Quicksilver Bot Shop, which you can use to spruce up your habitats. You can also look forward to new weekend missions, with the post suggesting that players will be able to talk to whatever that is. Someone on the anomaly. So that started this weekend. There's more about
Ariadne, I guess.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on, but basically these are going to be little mini updates. There's a smaller narrative adventure called The Last Campfire that's going to launch in 2020. I mean, they're supporting this game like it came out in January.
Well, I think The Last Campfire isn't part of No Man's Sky. I think it's a different game.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're totally right.
Yeah, not to call you out as you're fucking wrong.
No, but I am, because that's their platformer, like, story-driven narrative thing that they're doing.
Yeah, I just don't want people to be who are into No Man's Sky looking for The Last Adventure and then shitting all over Hello Games for not releasing it.
So basically what's happened, they're working on this in between that, is what I should have said. There's a small team working on that and still a big team working on, or big for them, working on No Man's Sky the way I understand it. But yeah, No Man's Sky just continues to grow.
Yeah, it does.
Continues to get bigger and better. So.
And we talk about it every time we talk about No Man's Sky. Got to get back into it. Never do.
Never get back into it. I mean, it's still on the list.
It's, my list is so fucking long.
Yeah, it's getting longer and longer.
Yeah.
You're trying to add Animal Crossing to it now. So check out No Man's Sky if you haven't yet. We talked about it last week, but the Cyberpunk 2077 controller and accessories and everything were officially unveiled.
And they're officially on sale, I believe.
Everything but the console, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
The Cyberpunk 2077 console bundle will be the final Xbox One limited edition console to ever be released. They're only making 45,000 units, and they will be available in select markets. The Xbox One itself looks appropriately high-tech and even glows in the dark. We expect the system to sell out fast. Now, you expressed your love for it last week.
I do love it.
Hey, Gerald, if you go to the email with the show notes in it, I put a link that'll take you directly to the accessories. If it works.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you scroll down there, you'll actually be able to see everything that is available now. The controller's available, $75. It's a cool controller, but it's more cool when paired with the console.
And the charging stand.
Yep.
The charging stand looks
like the console.
A combination, between the console and the controller.
Yeah. Look how smart it is, how it blends right in with that controller.
I know, isn't it awesome?
Yeah, keep scrolling down. I think there's some other stuff. Yeah, so there's a hard drive that matches.
Hard drives, and there's some Arctis One wireless headsets, which I did notice. GameStop actually has one of them on sale for $105, where it's originally $110. Not a great deal, but considering it's just been released.
So have you changed your thought process on this, or you still want to consider it?
Yes. Not as much as I was.
Okay, that cooled down.
Well, it looks, at the time when I saw it, I'm like, oh, this is super fucking cool. But it's a lot of money to spend on something with a limited shelf life.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're going to stop making games I already had an Xbox to play games.
Yeah, it's a lot of money to spend on something you already had and sold.
Right. Right. That just looks a little different.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've cooled off of it. It is probably a no. I will not be getting it.
Yeah. Keep your eyes out for the console. I'm sure that's probably going to go up soon. So if you guys are interested.
It does look good, though.
Yep. Google Stadia will have an event, Google Stadia Connect, that will take place on Tuesday, April 28th at 9 a.m. Pacific. That's 12 Eastern. As we all know, that's 11 Central, the most important time. And it's going to highlight a few new games coming to the gaming platform. This announcement follows the company giving away 2 months of Stadia Pro for free earlier this month. The only requirement to get Stadia Pro is that you have access to a Gmail account. We talked about the new studio with Shannon Studstill. That's officially open now. Mm-hmm. The Playa Vista studio. So it looks
Obviously, there are probably no games coming out real soon, considering it just opened.
Yeah, they're probably years away from having anything.
Yeah.
But it shows you that the plans are still moving full steam ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So, interesting times.
Yeah.
Stadia is showing off a few new games.
Still need to make it work on my TV, God damn it.
Mm-hmm. And I thought this was a cool story, too. Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 is free on PC, PS4, and Xbox One right now. As part of Namco's doing a little thing called More Fun for Everyone. And I guess they want you to stay home and play Pac-Man. So Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 is available.
Hey, not the worst day ever. I'm not going to lie.
It wasn't highlighted on the screen, like on the PlayStation Store that I could see, but you can search for it and find it.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, I don't know why they're not highlighting it. I don't.
Because they're giving away 2 games also.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And there's I was able to find it pretty easy, but you could just search for free games for April 2020, and there's a comprehensive list out there. There's a lot of companies doing a lot of free stuff right now.
Yeah.
So we're not going to read through them all, but there's a pretty comprehensive list of stuff. But I thought this one was kind of unique because it's on all platforms. You can get it for free. So yeah, scoop it up if you're
pretty neat.
If you're curious.
You can never go wrong with Pac-Man, man. That's a classic.
And the championship stuff is cool too.
Yeah,
it's got a cool vibe. It's got a good vibe to it.
Who doesn't love a good vibe?
Right. Who doesn't love a good vibe?
That's right.
Assholes.
MFers.
Yeah. MFers.
MFers.
It's been a while since I've heard MFers.
Like the actual word or the abbreviation?
I hear the word every night when I play with friend of the show, Marshall 205.
Yes.
But the PG version, the MFers. It's funny, man. We play a lot of Wreckfest, and we have our nights where one of us is a little more ragey than the other.
Mm-hmm.
But that game always gets somebody in their feels.
That night I was on with you guys, I think he was not in a good place.
Who knows? That game does that to you.
If I remember correctly.
That game will bring you to...
And you were just kind of down because some guy was after you.
Yeah, some asshole for sure.
And I think, if I remember, a friend of the show, Marshall 205, was pretty tired and probably didn't need to be playing. Because I think you guys switched over to something else and that didn't go any better.
Probably. Now, here's the thing about Wreckfest that I've really come to realize as of late. We're really good at it.
Oh, yeah?
So, I think that's why we get so fresh. So, last night we probably ran, I'm going to say 22, 23 races.
Mm-hmm.
We probably won, between the two of us, 17 of them.
Wow.
Like, we win all the time, no matter what room or who's in there.
Wow.
Yeah. Every night we win like that we play. So, I think because of the level of success that we have...
When you don't play well, it bothers you.
Yeah, and there's a lot more people playing that game now. So it used to be you would be in like the 4th or 5th room down, they would have an open spot. Now it's like 20 rooms down before you can find an open slot. So there's so many more people playing now, and so many more garbage ass people playing who just picked it up and don't deserve to be in the same race as it. I'm just kidding. There's just a lot of shitty people on there, and they make it hard to be good at that game. Because part of Wreckfest is just being in the way.
Right. You've said that. We've talked about it before.
Yeah, but we're really good at it. So I think that's making it the same problem we have with Rocket League is we got good enough at Rocket League, like it wasn't as fun just to get there and bat the ball around, you know?
Right.
Like there's a level of expectation that comes with it.
Right.
Which is why something like Animal Crossing is so good, because there's no expectation.
Exactly.
I want your island to be great. I want Howard's Island to be great. I want everybody's island to be great.
I'm thinking about it, man. I'm thinking about it.
Well, let me know. I can get you started the right way.
You can? Oh, you can? Yeah? You're going to guide me? You're going to be my island guide?
No, I think you need to do that for yourself, but I can give you so I could make it where you can access your whole island from the beginning. I can give you all the fruits, and then it's kind of, you need to go make it your own. The fruits are something you can't get on your own right off the bat, so you kind of need help with that if you want all the fruits.
It's stuff people have to give to you?
Yeah. Now, you will eventually get the pole vault and the ladder, which allow you to access the rest of your island. But, giving those to you, those are not cheats or anything. You can just freely give those to people. So,
well, I might have to look you up then if I do get it.
Yeah, let me know.
I will.
We'll get you started on the right path.
I'm leaning.
But last week you were buying a console, so who knows where you'll be next week.
Well, fair enough. That's fair. That's fair.
The only thing I'm sure of is you really want to buy something. Because last week you're like, I'm getting a console, and now you're like, I might get Animal Crossing. I don't know. Funny times. So that's it for the news. Thanks for joining us for that. Normally we would do shout outs here. I think those are still on hold as we haven't really heard from anybody. I have been talking to Thomas pretty regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me tell you something I didn't know existed while we're talking about Animal Crossing and Thomas.
Okay.
There's a black market, underground, if you will.
Like in the game?
A dark web. No. Of people who are selling bells, which is the currency.
Right.
So Thomas sent me a video of someone who made $1,000 in like a day selling stuff on Animal Crossing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I think he might be considering venturing into that market. Because as we all know, Thomas is a time jumper in Animal Crossing, which I don't recognize.
He's a
he shifts time on the console.
Yes.
He's a time hopper, and I disagree with it. But time hoppers are the people who can sell shit on there because they're glitching it. You can duplicate items and stuff like that.
Right.
So I didn't even realize that there was a shady dark web for Animal Crossing stuff. You can just get on eBay right now and you can buy bells.
Awesome. I'll have to look into that if I...
No, don't look into that.
I'm not going to.
That's not why I'm telling you. I'm just telling you Thomas had sent me some videos about that he was blown away that it was happening. Or I think that's what he was saying, but I think he was saying I might do this. But I was like, I'm blown away by this. I know. See, look, right there. It takes the fun. I mean, the grind is gone if you buy them. Don't know how fun that is. But for somebody like you who just wants to build and make the island your thing, maybe that's I don't know. Treat it as DLC. But we love you, Zach. We love you, Thomas. If you guys need anything, let us know. Hopefully all things are well.
No news is good news, right?
That's what they say, but in our current situation, I don't know if that's true.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah, fair point.
I'd like to hear from Zach. I've heard from Thomas. I'd like to hear from Zach. Make sure everything's okay.
Yeah. Zach, you good? Let us know, bud.
Yeah, just a thumbs up will be fine.
Because you're in kind of a epicenter style place just like me.
Yeah.
Only more so than me because you're actually in a city.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do this. Zach, let me do it right now. I'm going to send you an email. I'm going to put my phone number in here. Maybe it's harder for you to email. You're probably working from home. And I think we've only communicated. You communicated through text with him, right?
I think so. I know I have.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you.
Yeah. I did. I have. I don't know if I still. I'm sure it's in here somewhere, but I would have to find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna email him right now while we're talking.
You do that.
Yeah.
Are you doing it right now?
Yeah, right now, right when we're talking.
Oh my God, you're doing two things at once?
Yep.
Wow.
That's just who you know about, too.
All right. Well done.
I'm going to say we just wanted to make sure all is well. If texting is easier, I'm going to hit him with these digits. I'm not going to say those out loud, though.
Yeah, don't say your digits out loud. That could go badly. That's not the way you want to do it.
Yeah. Okay. I sent it. It's fired off.
All right, you did it.
Yeah.
Can't take it back now.
Nope, wouldn't want to.
All right.
And we love our community. We want to make sure everybody's good. So,
so true.
I'll let you guys know.
All right. Yeah. Let me know what you find out.
Yep. So that's going to do it for the show. You remember you can follow Dan at cookingnakeddan.com.
Nope, that's not it.
At Shirtless Dan. You can follow Gerald at Hoffman Show. Maybe if you DM him on Twitter, he'll tell you the name of his wrestling podcast.
Maybe.
You can find me at Podcast Ryan. I'm not active.
I might have to DM him.
And you can find all of us at Game_Stitch. I actually don't know what it was called either.
And he's not sharing. So.
But do I have an episode of that, Gerald?
You might have.
Yeah, see?
Oh.
Yeah, see, I think I have episodes of it.
So you can dig in and find it.
So you guys got to watch me, because when somebody sends me something like that, I'm sneaky as fuck, and I put it in a folder. Because I think that's history. Even failed projects are beautiful.
That's true.
I like all projects, so I hope you guys are staying safe out there. I hope you're minding the 6 foot rule. I think it's getting close to maybe getting back to life a little bit. You know, I think it's okay to venture out maybe a little bit, but be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't be licking people's necks and sneezing on them. So, you know, be smart when you're out.
Shouldn't be.
I think we were always too close to other people. I think this is a good wake up call. People to stay out of my fucking bubble.
I agree that we were always too close to other people.
Yeah, stay out of my bubble.
Give me space.
Or you know those bubble things that they play like bubble soccer in? Those inflatable like balls they get into and they run into each other and they kick balls around?
Yeah, like the sumo suits?
Yeah, maybe we just all wear those.
We could do that.
They like go over your head, so they're a good sneeze guard.
They are, yeah.
I don't know how eating works in them, because I don't think you have hands.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll work on it. That's
another idea.
Yeah. Worst of the show, even.
Mm-hmm.
That idea is worse than you cooking naked. Just for some context on where I would rank that idea. But we'll be back next week, same time, same place. This has been episode 380. Good night.
Good night.